All right, let's talk about the EDMA7412 exam. If you're tired of guessing what to study, you are in exactly the right place. We've gone through years of past papers to create a super clear strategic guide that shows you precisely what you need to focus on. So let's dive in. Look, I get it. The curriculum feels huge, and you're probably wondering where to even start. But here's the good news, and it's really good news. This exam is surprisingly predictable. In the next few minutes, we're not just going to give you some tips, we're going to hand you the actual blueprint to master it. So we dug into the exam papers from the last few years, and you know what? A really clear pattern jumped out. The exam asks about the same core topics over and over again, and these are the ones that carry the most marks. Mastering these 4 areas isn't just a good idea, it's literally the key to unlocking a fantastic result.
So here's our game plan for today. First, we'll crack the exam's code. Then, we'll nail down the key definitions. After that, we'll tackle those 2 big essay questions. And finally, we'll put it all together. Let's do this.
Okay, first up, let's crack the code. Honestly, just understanding how this exam is built is the first massive step. Get this, and you'll walk in feeling a whole lot more confident. So here it is, the big secret. The entire exam boils down to just 2 kinds of questions. That's it. First, you've got short questions, where you have to define and compare a couple of key concepts. And second, you have these long 30-mark essays where you apply a theory to a real-world school scenario. Seriously, that's the whole game. If you can get really good at these 2 things, you're golden. All right, section 2, let's talk about locking in those foundational marks. Think of these definition questions as the easy wins, the low-hanging fruit of the exam. You get these right, and you're already building a solid score. You're going to want to pay close attention to this one. Differentiating between the leadership and management, it showed up in 2021, 2022, and 2023. The difference is actually pretty simple. Leadership is all about the why. It's about inspiring a vision. Management, on the other hand, is the how and the what. It's about organizing everything to actually get there. And here's the other big one we saw in the 2021, 2022, and 2024 papers. The easiest way to think about it is this. Accountability looks backward. It's all about answering for what's already happened. But quality assurance, that looks forward. It's about putting systems in place to make sure things go right in the future. See the difference? One's reporting, the other's preventing.
Okay, let's get into the first major essay question. This thing is usually worth a whopping 30 marks, so just winging it is not an option. You need a clear, structured approach, and that's exactly what we're going to give you. Here is your 3-step game plan for a killer answer. Step 1, read the scenario and pull out the specific problems they're describing. Step 2, pick 2 leadership styles that are like the perfect medicine for those specific problems. And step 3, this is the most important part, you have to justify your choices, connecting the theory directly to the examples you found in the text. And this is exactly what I mean. The examiner doesn't just want a textbook definition of a leadership style. No way. They want to see you make that connection. So if the text talks about low teacher morale, you need to say, okay, for that, transformational leadership is the answer, because it's all about inspiration and vision. Problem meets solution. That's what gets you the marks. Now for the second heavy hitter essay, the other 30-marker. This one is all about quality assurance systems, like the whole school evaluation, or WSE. Basically, it's about what you do after you get the report card, how you turn those findings into actual concrete action. And guess what? We've got another simple framework for this one too. Step 1, what did the evaluation actually say? Just state the problems nice and clearly. Step 2, so what are we going to do about it? Lay out some specific practical actions. And step 3, who's going to do it? This is key, assign clear roles to everyone involved. This right here is what that crucial 3rd step looks like. You see, a top-tier answer doesn't just list some actions. It breaks down who is accountable for what. This shows the examiner that you really get it, that improving a school is a team sport. It takes everyone, from the principal and teachers right down to the parents. All right, theory time is over. Let's put this blueprint into practice. In this last section, we're going to take a real question from a past paper, and I'm going to walk you through exactly how to use these frameworks to build an answer that will seriously impress the examiners. So here we go, a classic question from the 2022 paper. At first glance, it looks like a lot, right? But with our framework, it's totally manageable. They're just asking us to spot some problems in a story and then pick 2 leadership styles to fix them. Simple as that. So let's start with step 1 of our leadership framework. Analyze the scenario. The 2022 paper gave a little story with a few problems. Let's say we read through it and we spot the phrase poor work ethics. Perfect. That's a key teacher-related challenge, and that's our starting point. On to step 2. Select your styles. So we've got poor work ethics. What kind of leadership would help with that? Well, democratic leadership would be a great choice because it gets teachers involved in setting their own standards, which gives them more ownership. And transformational leadership is perfect for inspiring a renewed sense of purpose. Those are two solid choices. And finally, step 3, justify and apply. This is where you bring it home. You'd write a paragraph explaining that by using a democratic style, you're giving teachers a voice, which boosts their commitment. Then, you'd explain how a transformational leader could reignite passion by connecting their work to a bigger, inspiring vision for the school's future. Boom, done. So let's recap. This is your exam-winning blueprint. 1. Know those key definitions inside and out. 2. Use our simple 3-step frameworks for those big essay questions. 3. Always, and I mean always, link your theory back to the specifics of the scenario. And 4. When you talk about making changes, break down exactly who is responsible for what. That's it. That's the formula. So we've laid out the entire game plan for you. The pattern in this exam is crystal clear, and the path to a great mark is right in front of you. The only question left is, now that you have the blueprint, which part are you going to start with first? Go get 'em.